Well, after showing the video of Cappy Lobos hitting 8 trillion, I had a bunch of people hit me up saying, you gotta go over to hard mode, check out Slambos there because they are using the Gale Eris and they are also pretty close to 8 trillion. But during the process of all of this, I did come across an Angel Bow SS or a St. Mungus 11 there. And this looks like it's going to be Dreamspan. So I figured just kind of go through this, show what they're using in case you do decide you want to go down the path of testing out that Angel Bow. Now, on a side note, it looks like YouTube now has given the option to reply to comments with an audio file, meaning that I can talk into my phone and it will actually let you hear my voice. But during the process of doing that, I think I was clicking on the wrong comments and going and responding. So if you're one of those people that got a response from me and it doesn't make any sense at all, then just know that I'm old and screwing things up. But gonna try to go and hit up comments more. It's something I've been slacking on for a while, so maybe I'll make it my New Year's resolution. But as you can see here, Dreamspan, this is part of Elite Chapter 265, and they are using the whole tunic there. I think when it comes down to it, they're probably switching over to the Reinhardts there, but this is just one of those things. They're probably pushing seal bosses and guild bosses. Clearly, we got the St. Mungus out there, and then for the rings, they're using the Judgment Ring, the Verdant, and then they're also using the Shadow Blade, the Severus Fang. Our ones they're using here too is going to be the Justice Judgment Emblem, and then finally they are using the Winter's Frost Seal Guardian. Now looking at their actual stats on this here, there wasn't anything that was like overwhelming focusing on one. I mean, clearly it's a crit weapon, so you're going to have a high weapon crit rate on it, but even their combo rate, that's kind of decent on it at 57%. Remember, the pets and other things will take effect when they go into battle, so that could be something that they're trying to go and use some combo with this actual St. Mungus. But like I said, nothing really jumping out at me as a main focus on it. They do have some ignore combo rate, some ignore counter rate. They are using some regular damage reduction, some skill damage reduction, and a lot of skill damage, so it might be kind of a hybrid of skill damage with some combo on it, at least what I'm seeing here. But then we also do have some basic attack damage and basic attack damage reduction for those Helos players. And going down even further, you can see that they do have the dagger damage in there too. So lightning damage reduction also probably not a bad thing to build with how many people are going this year. So maybe it's a trio on this one here of skill damage, dagger damage, and then going and having some basic attack damage. But that's pretty much the majority of it there. Crit 2, that's another big thing, given that we are clearly using it as a crit weapon. I'd love to see that up a little bit higher on it, but still, they're sitting a lot higher than I am. I'm sure they know what they're doing. But let's actually see what kind of gems and stats they're throwing on for their Psionics list. So if you are going this route, maybe that might be a path you want to try to build. But as far as the bow itself, you can see damage increase, lightning damage, throwing knife critical rate damage, and then speed plus 15. As far as the gems though, start a battle, steal 15% of the enemy's attack power, not exceeding 30% of the hero's own attack power lasting 5 turns. Immediately select one skill when entering the stage, effective in main story and Abyssal Secret Realm, damage bonus 15%. I would guess they maybe are switching that around for going in PvP. I mean, at this point, you figure they have to have a whole bunch of these peerless gems here. See how I clicked on it to say at that time so I didn't get confused? Every 3 daggers additionally trigger 1 rage dagger, restoring 15 rage up to 2 times per turn, and increase the hero's dagger damage by 20%. That seems like a pretty freaking solid one to have if you are using the Mungus or even the Gale Eris there. A final damage boost plus 15% and a global attack plus 22%. Now, unfortunately for the armor, because they don't have an SS slotted, we can't see the psionic stats on it, but we can still see the gems. Immune to the first 2 instances of damage, increase hero's final damage reduction by 6%, rage skill damage coefficient, dagger damage coefficient, combo count plus 1, combo damage plus 20%. And I've seen some people ask on this, like if this is good, if it's going to give you that negative reduction. I believe it still is going to be good for you. That combo count is going to kind of outweigh as long as your combo rate is high enough. Final damage reduction on that. Moving down to the rings, light spear damage reduction, that's a little bit of a weird one, don't really see that. Sword achieve damage reduction, not really a big one I'd go for. Dagger damage reduction, ignore lightning crit rate. This seems more like they might just be kind of hitting whatever they could for the highest stats. But that's just my perception on it. Once again, I'm nowhere close to this. Maybe they know something that I don't know, but I would probably do something a little different with me. But once again, just my thought. So moving on to the gems on it, when attacking enemies with the burn poison, ignore their final damage reduction by 20. Global attack plus 18. When dagger hits, attack plus 1%. combo rate plus 12%, dagger crit rate plus 12%. Moving on to the R ring, dagger damage reduction plus 26, damage reduction plus 14, sword chi damage reduction, and nor sword chi crit rate. And then moving on to the gems, global attack plus 22%. They are missing one there. I'm guessing they probably just merged 5 of them together to get it up to peerless. Weapon crit rate plus 12%, physical damage boost plus 45%, dagger crit rate plus 12%. Or I wonder if they might actually be switching things around as we speak on this. Going down here, lightning damage reduction, final artifact damage reduction, final adventure damage reduction, and then the gems. After the pet casts a skill, reduce the enemy's crit rate by 16% for 2 turns. Each time the hero is attacked, increase the hero's attack power by 6%, stacking up to 5 layers, lasting until the end of battle. Rage skill damage coefficient, dagger damage coefficient, global HP plus 22%. And then finally, the skill damage reduction, lightning damage reduction, fire damage reduction, and final damage reduction. Gems on that one, rage skill damage coefficient, dagger damage coefficient, global HP, control immunity, ignore crit rate, and one other thing we can see, which if you are keeping your stuff hidden, you might want to go in here because they don't have the relics hit. And I don't even think anybody really thought about this. I keep my stuff open so everybody could see, but as we can see here, they are using the Da Vinci's one that is going to give an iron shield for 3 turns, hero's final damage reduction plus 5%. The next one, Holy Grail. This is the one that you had to go and pay for on it. I mean, unless you're winning the whole event. When hitting an enemy with more than 70%, hero's final damage bonus plus 5%. Moving on to this one, they already have it at 5 stars. That's crazy. After each lightning hit, final lightning damage is increased by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. And finally, this one, which I'm not going to say wrong, at the start of battle, throw 3 daggers. Looking at their image, I would guess that they're going Gagarin on this, and I did even try to look in the Holy War there, looked at all the battles, see if I could maybe spot a battle replay on it, but unfortunately for me, I couldn't find anything at all on that. But still pretty impressive. Like I said, we don't typically see anybody using this up that high, so glad I finally found somebody. Hopefully this helps you out. Does this make the St. Mungus 11 any better? Not really. Not a lot of people are using it, but if you do want to go that route, you're really a fan of the Angel Bow, then this might be something you should or want to try to copy. Still no idea what they're using for the other stuff. I'm sure there's a Pangu in there. I'm sure they're probably using a Diego or a Sphinx, and then as far as the pets, it's most likely an Elsa, a Freya, and given that they do have combo, probably even a Slime King in there too. And I would only imagine that there's a Knight of the End, there's a Ghost Legacy, probably maybe the Ranger on it, who knows, but they are probably still using Frankenstein. They're probably using the White Robe Wizard for that crit, and the other ones might just be something to kind of help get them those extra couple of daggers. So I guess let me know what you guys think of this. If you're still wondering what you should be getting for your Mythic Relic from the whole Holy War Grail event there, you might want to take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.